This right here is probably one of my least favorite Goku action figures I've ever owned. The King Kong Beast Deities, whatever it's called now, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Which is a figure I know many love, but for me, it's just not a good release, as it has way too many issues that do not justify its price at all. And before you go, but it's the best Super Saiyan 3 Goku figure on the market! And I'll tell you now, it is that. But the competition it has honestly isn't anything special either, so that's not saying much to me. And look, I really wanted to love this figure, as there are some good elements to it, but I just fully can't, as the bad ones do outweigh the good. But before we fully talk about the figure, I guess I should mention how it comes packaged. It comes in 3 separate boxes, all to fight copyright issues since it's like a bootleg third-party figure. We have a pin holder box, which holds its hair, then we have a bookmark box that houses the faces, and then we got this box, which houses the figure's body and hands. And with the body in the box, it is funny how they did include the parts to make the figure what it's supposed to be. So yeah, that's how he comes packaged, so let's now get back to talking about the figure. First, let's talk about how he looks. I don't think it's that great. Like, it isn't bad, but it sure as heck ain't the best thing either. Like, I do think the hair looks cool as fuck and I love the coloring on it, but it came with many bent tips that just really hurt the look of it to me. And also with the hair, I'm sure many of y'all can guess the major issue with it. Yep, the weight. Bro has a very hard time standing up, which makes him really frustrating to pose. And they didn't even include a stand to combat this, which sucks even more. And then moving down to his body, I also don't like it for many reasons. The first is the torso. It's not good to me and I don't like the way it's designed. The chest area just seems way too small and flat, and the way the shoulders sit just isn't right to me either. They go inwards and suck into his torso instead of just sitting more naturally. But I guess you can adjust them and pop them out to sort of fix this, so that is good and does sort of put a band-aid on that issue for me. Though, it might be a little gappy and the shoulder pieces sort of dangle when done. But then moving on to my least favorite part about the torso, it's this area. It doesn't look good to me and it's weird how this area seeps inwards, showing some gappage. And to me it makes it like he's always slouching forwards, and that's weird. And honestly, the overall proportioning of this figure just doesn't seem right or flows with me. And it's mainly the upper body area throwing it off. Oh, and I guess the fact that the legs aren't fully straight either does bother me a little bit as well. But at least that is it for my issues with the look of the body, because like the pants do look pretty good and I do like the shading on the figure. It's nice and well done, but even with that, I still think the overall look of this figure is just decent. And I know some of y'all like it and don't see anything wrong with it, and that's fine. If you think it looks awesome, I can see why. But for me, I just don't think it's that good. And then something else that isn't good has to deal with the accessories. This figure comes with a decent bit of accessories, which is fine, and I have no issue with that, but what is an issue for me has to deal with the faces. This figure comes with 5 interchangeable faces. He comes with a neutral face that looks good, a side-eyed face, and this face looks really good to me as it does capture that aura of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, especially when he first transformed. Then he comes with a smirking face. Once again, I think this face looks good, but there is a slight misprint on his mouth, which does stink. Then he comes with a goofy expressionate face, which is my favorite face in this set as it's just so fun and wacky to mess around with, especially with Tonks and Kid Buu. And then lastly, he comes with an angry yelling face. And this face is horrendous. Like, it's giving some SHF full power Super Saiyan Goku vibes and I'm not here for it. Like, bro must have ate a lemon or something, because his face is all tight and stuff and his mouth is just so small. Like, it's seriously just a bad face. Which stinks, because a yelling face is essential to a Super Saiyan 3 Goku figure, so he can go you know? But at least that's the only bad face to me, as the rest for the most part look good. Now, I mentioned earlier there's something not good with the accessories and an issue I have with them, and it's with swapping the faces. I have such a hard time getting the faces swapped because they just don't want to swap right at times. Like, I'll put the face and the bangs on and they just don't want to fully connect and it just doesn't look good. And while swapping, the hair will stab you and it'll make you more mad. Seriously, this sucks and I've literally had to fight to get these faces on. But at least when they are on, they do look good, but damn, it's a fight. Also, I would like to mention though, that some of the faces do go on easier after a few swaps, but some of them still don't. I don't know, hopefully it's just an issue of mine and others aren't like this, but with the way it's designed, I doubt it. Also, these turds will fall off while posing fairly often and it's just infuriating. But enough with the faces, let's move on to the hands. He comes with 5 pairs of interchangeable hands. He comes with 2 fisted hands, 2 fight stance hands, 2 instant transmission hands, 2 clinching hands, and 2 open key blast hands. Good selection there and I have no issues with them. And that's it for the accessories. Well, if you include the beast stuff that he comes with, but come on, that's not accessories for Goku. So yeah, It's a decent selection of the essentials, but honestly it should have came with more, like a stand to hold him and some sort of special effect piece. But mainly a stand, because he needs that badly. But at least the selection ain't the worst, so let's now look at his articulation. Alright, now for an area which I think this figure shines in, the posability. This guy can actually pose pretty damn well and hit some cool dynamic poses. And honestly, this figure looks so much better to me posed up, so that is good. But I do have my fair bit of issues with the articulation as well. So to start off with everything, let's look at the hair. It has two joints so it can fully rotate the hair around and make it go up and down, which works nice, especially for those cool powering up poses. Then there's a joint on the back of the hair. It allows this area to twist some and go up and down a little bit. No issues with that as it does help with poses. Now for the actual head articulation, it's okay. Like it can look a decent bit upwards, but it doesn't look good to me because of the gappage. Then it can look a good bit downwards, but the hair is so heavy that it just flops the head back up. Like, this could have been avoided if they made the neck joint stiff. But instead they just made the head peg stiff, which is good, but they didn't make the other area that supports the head stiff, so the head isn't fully supported and is floppy, so that sucks. Then the head can look side to side fine and gets good tilt. And also be cautious because the face and bangs come off pretty often while posing and it gets pretty annoying at times. Like it'll just disconnect the faces and stuff and it's just infuriating because you always have to freaking fix it. Did I mention that the faces fall off? Yeah, they do. Okay. But moving on to the shoulders, they go up about this far, which is pretty good. Then he has a butterfly joint that allows the arms to wiggle around and just about cross over when they're going forwards, and then backwards they almost can. He then has a bicep swivel, double joint elbows to get good range and good wrist articulation. Then for his torso movement, it can crunch a decent bit forwards, which is nice, but the back does show some gappage when doing so. Also, when crunching forwards, the joint is weak and doesn't fully support the weight of the hair and stuff, so it's floppy and can't hold a pose at times, which sucks. And then for crunching backwards, nothing there. The upper torso can twist side to side fine and has no tilt. And then the waist moves pretty well all around as it allows for some twisting, some tilting, and a little bit of crunching. Then looking at the leg articulation, it's pretty good, as the legs kick a good bit waist forwards, a tiny bit backwards, and can go a decent bit outwards. He is a thigh swivel, double jointed knees to get pretty good range, might be a little gappy, but that really doesn't bother me. Then looking at the ankle articulation, it isn't good, as the feet don't go up and down hardly, there is no rocker, and it can only twist. So that stinks, and then he has a toe joint, which I don't like the way it's cut, moves, or looks. So yeah, I really do have a lot of complaints with articulation, but it's not like that bad as he can hit some really cool poses, and it does level this figure up, but as I said, he has a lot of issues, like the face falling off while posing, the joints not being able to support the weight of the hair, and the crap angles all do bring it back down a level or two, sadly. But as I've said, I have been able to hit some cool poses and stuff, so I can't say I'm completely upset about it, so it's pretty decent despite its shortcomings. So let's now do some figure comparisons and head swaps. First, here is this Goku next to the Demoniacal Fit one. I didn't realize that the Kong body is so much taller, but it is. And seeing these bodies side by side really has me not liking the Kong one even more. Like, I don't know, it just does not look right to me. So, let's toss that body and put the Super Saiyan 3 head on the Demoniacal Fit body, and wow, this looks freaking awesome and so much better to me. Only issue is that the head hole on the Super Saiyan 3 is too big, so it just floats on this body. Definitely need an adapter peg or something because this is sick. And then next for the comparisons, here he is next to Daima Goku, and here's a head swap between them. And I really think this looks cool as well. Pretty close to the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Daima, honestly. Now, the head doesn't fit on the Daima body, but there's actually a seller on eBay who makes adapter pegs for this swap, so it might be something worth looking into. Then, here he is next to the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, and wow, the legendary Super Saiyan Goku is so short next to the Super Saiyan 3. Sorta funny. Also, here's a head swap, and this looks really cool. Damn, I'm definitely gonna have to invest in some adapter pegs. Then, here he is next to Vegeta. Here he is next to SHF Gohan and Tauntaun Trunks. Here he is next to Beast Eevee's Broly. Here he is next to Full Power Frieza. And I would compare him next to SHF Super Saiyan 3, but he's in a cool pose and I don't want to take bro off display. Sorry. Then here he is next to SHF Luffy and Zoro. Here he is next to Gon and Killua. Here he is next to Gojo. Here he is next to Demoniacal Fit Goku once again. And lastly, here he is next to Storm Collectibles, Yujiro Hama. So, in conclusion, I don't recommend this figure, and I seriously do not recommend overpaying for it on eBay. Like, these listings are insane. This is an unofficial figure, and people want $150 plus. Shoot, some people even want like $300. Do not pay that. It's not worth it. Should I pay like $65 total for mine? Probably more because of shipping and like deposit and crap, and that's not even worth it. Seriously, there's too many issues. Like, to begin with, it can't stand up because of the weight of the hair. and they didn't even include a standing combat disc. Then, the joints have a hard time supporting the weight of the hair. Like, yeah, they made the head peg stiff, which is good, but they didn't make the neck joint stiff, so it's sort of useless, because the shit's gonna be floppy anyways. And then what else is also loose and floppy is the upper torso joint, so that sucks as well. And then swapping the faces is a hassle, and they'll disconnect while posing fairly often, which is annoying. And then I don't like the design of the body. It's just not good. The shoulders seeping too far, the chest is too small and flat, and the legs not being fully straight bothers me. At least with the look of the figure, it does have good shading, and I really think the hair does look cool. Also, the faces besides the yellow one do look good, and the figure can pose pretty damn well, and does look really freaking awesome pose up, which does make me enjoy the figure some. But damn, due to issues I have, outweigh the good with this release. Honestly, probably just gonna sell the body and keep the hair sculpt, and get some adapters and put it on the Demon Fit or Dama body. Or get another one of the new Super Saiyan Gokus and put the head on that, which I might say would look peak, because here's a head swap someone did with another Super Saiyan 3 Goku kit on that body, and man, this looks awesome. So, I'd honestly just recommend doing that, because I honestly really don't recommend getting this figure as a whole. But of course, I know some of y'all don't agree with that, and that's fine. This could be your definitive Goku body and Super Saiyan 3 Goku figure, and I can see why. But for me, there's many elements that make me don't like it. So yeah, overall, it's just not a great release to me. And I hate to end on a negative note, but that's it for this one, guys. I'd like to know what do y'all think about this figure, and I'd really love to hear your guys' input about it. Huge thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support you guys show. I'll see all y'all in the next one. Peace.